Welcome to the PFO channel. I'm Jim. Today we're down here in Kentucky at my daughter's house, and she's going to teach me about chickens. So what's in this coop here?
This is our 9 young ones that we hatched from an incubator at home, and they're a Black Moran mixed with Easter-Egger and Olive Egger mothers.
Easter-Egger?
Yep, they should lay blue and green eggs.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, you ready, guys? Hey, this is Cornelius, Beatrice, come on. Eagle. Oh, it's okay, buddy, don't go out now. Let's see, who else do we have? This is Rocky. Mabel went underneath, that's Maud. That's Henrietta. That's Hawk. And Shadow. I think I got them all. Come here, baby. Wanna come say hi?
And how old are these birds?
They are 8 weeks old.
And you hatched them?
Yep.
And was there a train across the river?
Yeah.
Got kind of an interesting thing going on with your face.
That means they should lay blue or green eggs because the Americana Easter-Egger mothers have the fluffy cheeks.
Oh, okay, cool.
We have 21 birds in here.
21, and you've got them all named?
Yeah.
How many do you have total?
30 chickens.
30 chickens, and they're all named.
Yeah. I got to know them really well when they were little. And we had to name them to keep them apart, to tell them apart.
All right, let the chickens loose.
Who's coming out first? Hi, Brownie. Hello, Brownie. Spag, Bonnie and Betty, and Crow, Annabelle, Lucifer, Sunshine, Cookie.
Lucifer?
Lucifer. Thought it was a girl, it's a boy. Hi, Whitey. Oh, sorry. That's Helmet Head, Turkey, Sparrow. Am I making you mad? It's okay. Munchkin. Oh, this is Helmet Head. That was hard that came out. No, that's Whitey Tighty. Sorry, I'm mixing them up. They have different color feet.
Oh.
That's Blackie, Shorty, Star. That's Heart. Heart and Helmet and Lucifer look the same. When they're all together, they're different sizes though. Come on, Piccolo. This is Pickles / Lolo. We call her Piccolo. That's everybody.
So what breeds do you have in this group? Any Easter eggs?
You have 2 Aracanas, these 2 pretty red-brown ones. They'll lay blue eggs. And then Bonnie and Betty are called Prairie Bluebells, and they're a hybrid mix that's a white leghorn mixed with an Araucana. So they'll lay blue eggs, but they'll be high egg producers like a white leghorn. And we have the Lavender Orpington is the gray one.
That's a cool looking bird.
The other 16 our neighbor gave us, and his are a mix of silver-laced Wyandottes, barred rocks, which is why those look like that, and Orpingtons, buff Orpingtons. So his we call a barnyard mix.
The ones that are all black, are they a different breed or?
Their mother, he has one hen that's all black, and I can't remember.
They're just a barnyard
Black
mix too that
Australo.
just happen to be
Yeah, they got more
predominantly black.
Recognize some. Hi, you coming to say hello? Hello.
I don't know him.
That's Whitey Tighty. When he was a baby, he had black feathers, but the white ones on his head looked like underwear on his head.
I wondered where that name came from.
Yeah. We don't have their water set up out here yet, but we have the automatic water. Like they have the cups in here that run from the bucket, and we have a similar one for these guys. We need to.
So these are interesting feeders and waters you got in here. Is that something you bought, or is you buy the fittings and put them onto a
you buy the
bucket?
fittings. We bought the fittings off Amazon. Keeps the food dry, and they spill less of it. This smaller one, I'm letting them transition from. We use that in the brooder, but they'll jump on top of it and they'll knock it over. And as they got bigger, they would claw at it on purpose to knock it over. But these containers are actually buckets from cat litter, and we sanded off the pictures.
Oh, and they can reach right in there and get the feed?
Yeah. So we elevated it so they can reach it easily, but we wanted the fittings to be low so that there's not a lot of extra food stuck at the bottom.
Does that work from a full bucket down, or do you just add feed to the bucket each day?
We add feed every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Fill it about half full. Otherwise, we found it can get bugs in it if we fill it all the way up.
Yeah. So I can't see what's in there, and I don't want to kneel down out here for obvious reasons. But what's keeping all that feed from gushing out of there?
So inside, you can see
Oh, I
that
see.
they
So
have
they're
to
turned
go-
down.
They have to go in that
Oh,
far to
yeah.
get it out.
Okay.
And it's turned down.
Perfect. Now I can see. I couldn't bend down far enough, so it's only open on the bottom of that little snorkel that sits in there.
Yeah, it's down.
All right. So
and-
gravity refills it from the
Yep.
bulk.
So then you end up
That's
with a
pretty
little
cool.
bit left over, but
Yeah.
yep. And then the cups have a lever, so
Yeah. A little.
as they're full, they stop. But when they're not,
Also, the weight of the water in the cup actually shuts off the flow. That's cool. And you said you bought those on Amazon,
yeah.
and you could put them on. I imagine they'd work. The waterers would probably work on a 5-gallon round bucket, but these ones look like they're pretty much made for a flat surface. But that's a cat litter tub. Okay, cool. Pretty good way to reuse containers. Where'd you get the design for this coop?
Well, we researched a whole bunch of A-frame chicken tractors and kind of put together everything we liked about each one.
So this isn't one specific set of plans. It's
we didn't buy a
you
plan
pick
of
and
how-
choose what you like about all of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'll have to watch out here tonight when Kurt moves it again. And so you can use this one when they get old enough to start laying too, and you'll have a nest box in the end here.
Yeah, this folds down and this opens up for cleaning, and when this folds down, our nesting box will be slid in there. We don't have it in there right now because we don't want them to get used to sleeping in it or pooping on it until
Yeah.
they're ready to lay. But we can fold that down to get eggs, and the side of the other one folds down to get eggs.
And you just built this chicken coop. In fact,
Yeah, we
you're still
finished
painting it.
a week or two ago. We're still
Yeah.
painting the trim. But we plan to start with 9 or 10 chickens in the A-frame. And when the neighbor gave us 16 and we didn't say no, we knew we had to build another. Hopefully we'll start laying this fall.
So this is the end where you'll access the eggs. And you said the whole side opens up.
Yep, front and back, the sides open up.
So
wide.
the lower opens, and these open up there to.
Yeah, on the front we just have doors, but on the back we wanted to be able to open these in case we need to look inside or reach inside
so
without
that's just
dumping the litter. So we have pine shavings that will be several inches deep.
So you'll bring the bucket of the tractor up here, open that bottom thing, and push it out from the other side.
Front, yep, and then drive it down to our compost bin.
Well, that's pretty cool. And it's just got corrugated, is that acrylic or fiberglass?
It's acrylic.
Acrylic?
Plasticky kind.
Yeah. It's just storage on the end here.
Yep.
And you've got those cemented into posts, so this is a permanent one.
Yep. And we could build a run around it and do a fenced in chicken run if we need to.
Yeah.
At some point, but so far they've been doing really good, staying close to home. We haven't seen any predators or lost any of these birds yet.
Do they interact with the ducks at all, or do they pretty much stick to themselves?
No, the ducks sometimes will cross the driveway when these guys are at the front of the house, but they don't really pay much attention to each other.
Oh, and this is your neighbor delivered a new yard ornament. Wonderful. I'll edit that out probably, or mail it to him. Yeah.
I started looking at Facebook Marketplace when we needed a bigger coop, and I was like, should I just get an old trailer?
Get an old trailer. And lo and behold, here one just shows up. So when these chickens, the younger ones that are in the A-frame, are big enough to come out and free range with the rest of them, will you start another brood in that one, or will that just be their night roost?
We will train them to sleep in the bigger one,
Yeah.
and then this A-frame we'll either use to hold the roosters that are getting mean and that we plan to cull for winter.
Yeah.
Or we could use it as a second flock if I want to breed some specific birds.
With this small of a flock, do you expect to have to cull the roosters down to only one to keep them from fighting, or can you have two roosters?
We could have two, because they say one rooster per 10 female. They won't fight too much, but more than that, they'll fight over the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
So we could probably keep two roosters, maybe three, depending on how they get along. So we'll integrate these guys in a few weeks when they stop picking at each other. They look at each other through the fence.
Yeah.
And try to figure out their pecking order. I don't want them to get pecked on.
So you moved this last night before you tucked them into bed, and you move this one every day?
Yep.
And is that mostly just to spread the poop around, or so that they don't pick the grass bare under that spot?
Both.
Both.
And the wood frame actually kills the grass really fast.
Oh, yeah. I guess it would. So these spots that are nice and bright green over here that are about the size of this coop, that's where you've recently fertilized?
Yeah. It takes about
the
2 weeks.
chicken poop?
We rotate it across this whole area each day, and you can see each rectangle that they've been in.
And this is your first summer to have chickens, so this is like a very immediate effect on the greening up of the lawn, huh? This is interesting. Hope your cockerels don't go at each other here. I won't be able to post this and get in trouble.
Nobody's drawn blood yet.